got goosebumps. I have 68 cookies to go. My very last cookie. How crazy is this? I currently have my first 7 books up for sale. They're all wrapped really cute, so you can gift these as presents if it's someone's birthday. Welcome back to another weekly vlog. I am at the beach. Shocker. Basically, we went to the beach this morning and the waves were so choppy. If you saw my last vlog, it was the last clip of the last vlog. It was just not the vibe. He was out there for like 5 minutes, had to come back in, but he's literally just dug me a little hole to sit in because I'm up like on a slant at this gorgeous flat beach. I've never seen anything like it here. I don't know if you can see him. He's just that little speck in the ocean. This is my little setup. I've got my Bunnings hat to protect me from the sun. I'm sitting in this little shaded cove. Like everywhere around me is really sunny, but this little spot is so shady. And so now I'm nice and comfy and I'm just laying on all of his foil stuff, keeping it nice and safe. I've got my book to read, I've got water, everything you could ever need. And I'm just having such a nice afternoon. But he's such a gem. He went to do groceries on his own today because he's like, you're just too slow, which I understand, I get it. Like I'm waddling around, I'm just slow in the aisles, I'm just getting so much slower. So he went and did the groceries and then he came to check out these beaches and he's like, how do you feel about an afternoon one? And I said I would love it. I'm just gonna sit here, read my book and watch my husband in the ocean. Woken up with zero energy, zero motivation, very tired and exhausted, shocker. But I am about to put my sourdough in the oven and it goes in for 20 minutes and then another 25. So I'm thinking the first 20 minutes, I'm gonna do as much as I can in the kitchen. The next 25, I'll do laundry as much as I can and then that's it. So I basically got 45 minutes to just get what I can done. I'm gonna have an everything shower and I'm just gonna rest because my body really needs it. Been the world's worst vlogger this week. I have just been trying to knuckle down, get these cookies done because today is my last day of cookie before I go on maternity leave. And honestly, it just feels so nice to know that there'll be no more orders coming in. Like I'll still be working on the business in the background in my head, but I have so many ideas for when I come back. It'll be close to Are You OK Day when I'm back. The amount of relief that I'm gonna feel once I finish these cookies. I have 68 cookies to go. That's it. Only 68. I've got some celebrant cookies, some bluey cookies. I just did some daisies and some mini hearts. And yeah, that'll be cookie done. And then when I come back to cookie, I'm gonna have a baby. Isn't that crazy? As I was doing my cookies and listening to music, I realized that Gracie Abrams has a new song out this morning, and I thought it came out at 9, but it must have come out at 8. It's called Hit the Wall. Let's listen for the first time together. I love her voice so much. Oh my god, I got goosebumps. I just went on to Spotify to see if the lyrics were available yet. They're not available, but in the credits, Aaron Dessner is the composer. Something about that man and every single song he's ever composed, why does it, like, how does he do that? I fear this song is going to be on repeat for a few weeks now. I'm so excited. This morning I'm going to learn the lyrics. I love new music. I love new music. My very last cookie is done. The relief. Let me pause this for a second. My memory card just ran out of space, but I just wanted to say I am so proud of myself for getting all of this done and actually getting through it. Like, it's been such a mental game, and I'm finally done. I can finally truly relax for this last part of my pregnancy. I honestly just can't believe that I did it, and I'm just so proud of myself. I am one happy girl right now. I just did my very last delivery, and I just feel like this weight has been lifted off my shoulders. I sound like I hate what I do. I don't hate what I do. I'm always out of breath. My feet and my legs and my whole entire body just hurts. And I really don't want to be doing anything. And now that I have the chance to not be like in the kitchen all the time, it is just so great. What is this car literally doing in the middle of the road? That was weird. But I am just so proud of myself. I know I said this before, but I have had to push so hard since Christmas, and it has been months of just pushing through the exhaustion, the fatigue, and it's finally done. I really want to celebrate big, but I think my version of celebrating big is not doing anything. Like, literally just being able to lay down and not move. I'm so incredibly grateful for all the orders that I've had, but to just see nothing left on my calendar for months, it just brings me a different kind of joy right now, because I can feel that my body needs rest, but I've accepted all of these orders, so I had to get through them, but now they're done. I'm just so happy. woke up 9 minutes ago. You can't even see my phone because it's still in dark mode. It's 5:59 and I've been trying to get out of bed when Rowan gets out of bed because otherwise I feel like I just wouldn't get up. I tried making overnight wheat bix. This was like such a big trend, maybe like 2 or 3 years ago, but I just never did it, and I'm not a wheat bix person. The decision fatigue when it comes to breakfast is just getting a bit much. So let's try. And my spoons are in the dishwasher. Also, I feel like every time I film in my kitchen now and I'm editing it, the fridge is really loud. Like that humming, buzzing noise. I don't know, I feel like it's getting louder. Let's give it a go. That doesn't taste very nice. I did this one with banana and cinnamon. Oh, that's so disappointing. Damn. That looks really good. I thought that was going to be a really nice dessert breakfast. I was wrong. Nothing is tasting good to me at the moment anyway though, so like maybe it tastes good. I also don't know if you can see in the background, I'm making a massive sourdough. How crazy is this? I've never made this much starter in my whole entire life. This started from 10 grams of starter and I've been slowly feeding it, letting it like double and bubble since Thursday. So it's been a couple of days. Crazy. I thought this container was going to overflow, so I laid down some baking paper. I just really wish this tasted nice, you know, just to start my day off good. The kitchen is a bit of a bombshell this morning because I made so much sourdough starter that I just wanted to try a whole bunch of different recipes. So I've got 2 loaves of sourdough bread proofing. I am about to make sourdough crackers. I'm gonna try making English muffins, but I think they're really sloppy and like maybe should have used more flour, so I don't think they're gonna work. And I'm also trying focaccia bread. Hopefully some of these work. Also, top tip, lay some baking paper on your kitchen bench if you're gonna be using so many utensils over and over again. I mean, I know I should probably clean as I go, but sourdough starter, but if you put sourdough starter in your sink, it like really clogs the pipes and everything. So I basically just don't put any of this in the sink and I fill this little thing up with water. I put all the utensils in there and I'm pretty confident that both of those loaves of bread are gonna work really well. I'm confident with this one, not too confident with these, but we'll see. I've just pulled my bickies out of the oven and they look so delicious. I'm so excited. I've also just got my focaccia sitting while the oven gets up to temperature. I've got 21 minutes till my 4th fold. And my English muffins are still sitting here and I don't want to cook them because I know they're going to turn out really bad. It's currently Monday as I'm filming this clip, so if you're watching this video on the day it goes live, it is today. And I didn't come on here to complain, but the appearance you see is because I'm having a rough day. There is no surprise, but I did want to come on and show you these blind dates with a book. So I started doing this a couple years ago and all these books sold out and it was so cool. So I've got a little Etsy store called Newfie Designs. And back when I thought I was going to be a full-time graphic designer, I basically started up this shop and I had a few little design things on there, but I don't think they're active anymore. And I kind of changed the store into like bookish gifts, and these blind dates with a book were so popular, but I just never restocked them and I just never got enough books. And I recently just got a whole bunch of books. So I'm back doing my blind date with a book and I currently have my first 7 books up for sale. So if you want to grab yourself a blind date with a book, I'll leave the link in the description and I'm just going to show you through a few of them. That's a bit better. Oh, which one do I want to show you? They're all wrapped really cute, so you can gift these as presents if it's someone's birthday or coming up to Christmas time actually. When I was doing this a few years ago, around Christmas time, these were really popular, so perfect Christmas gift as well. So I've got all different genres, all different kinds of books. For example, this one is a psychological thriller, mystery, crime, and fiction. So fun. And then this one we've got romance, love, resilience. Oh. I've just realized on this tag I've put romance twice. Oh, that's so annoying. Am I gonna have to change that? Someone on here go buy number 12 so I don't feel so bad. That's so annoying. Anyway, I have a separate listing for regular size books as opposed to really large books because Ozpost charges so much more to ship these ones. I'm thinking of doing a whole separate video on the whole blind date with a book thing because I don't know if majority of people would want to pay a certain amount for the book and then a certain amount for shipping. And you can see how much shipping is and you can see how much the book is. Or would people rather the price be higher and then the shipping is free, or like free? So say I've got one of these gifts up for $19 and for a big book, shipping is $15. And I just think it's outrageous. Australia Post, I just think shipping is so outrageous. And so would you rather see a $19 product, click on it, go through, find the book you like, and then at the end see that there's $15 shipping, or would that really frustrate you? But I don't think you'd click on the listing if you saw a blind date with a book for $34. Wait, 34? Yeah. I don't know. I think that the price is just so crazy. And I've priced these at what they are because you get a book, a bookmark, a little sachet for a warm drink, and it's already perfectly gift wrapped and everything. So I think this is so cute and so perfect, but the shipping's just a killer. I do have two that I haven't listed yet. So all of these are secondhand books in really good condition, but number 18 and 19 are about to hit my Etsy store, maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow morning. I don't know if you can get notifications on Etsy, but yeah, I just absolutely love wrapping up all these books. I have my little spreadsheet on my laptop, which I just love organization. I feel like I'd be a great admin person. I've never worked in admin, but just to have like spreadsheets and organization, so I know what every single one of these books are, like the number of the book, what the actual book is, all the genres, also the kind of drink that's in there. So if someone messages me saying like, hey, I have an allergy to this tea, an allergic reaction to honey, for example, and if I've got a honey tea in one of them, I won't suggest them picking that one. Anyway, I am flying through these waters. I only have this much left. I've drank 2 of these today. The dehydration that I feel is crazy. Anyway, I'm really just yapping now. I don't really have anything else to say, but thank you again for watching another week in my life, and I will see you next week.